Hey, welcome to this new tutorial creating an application for delivery with Apphive. In this series of tutorials, I am explaining step by step how you can create an application for delivery like Uber Eats or any other applications you already know for delivery. In these tutorials, we're creating all the applications we need to offer this service, starting from the user application, the driver application, the business application, and the admin application. We have started creating the user management accounts with logging with social networks, creating login with email and password, and the forget password. So, and after that, we created this homepage. In this homepage, we have our categories. We read these categories from our database. So we are reading this information and display on this horizontal list. And we also have this vertical list with the products we have on our database. Then we added this page for the product details. We can change the quantity of the product we need to add to the cart. Then we press the buy button, and now the product is added to my cart. If I go to my cart, I can see the products I have in my cart. This information is stored in the phone, so it's on the local database. I have the quantity of items for each product, and also I have the total. No, we have $50 at the first, $40 at the second, and the total, and the option to add some comments. Then we go to the checkout, and we have the address option. So the customer can add their own address. We have different options to read the user address, starting from an address autocomplete. So I can write my address and we can read this address from the suggestions. And also, we can get the address with the GPS using the location of the user on my application. I can change the location just dragging the marker on the map. And each time that I change the location, I get the updated address. Here you can see the address at the top. I can save this address, and this address is saved in the database as part of my address I have available for delivery, and also is saved on the user, so I can use this address as my current address for delivery. I already have also the latitude and longitude for this address. So, well, the next is going to, we're going to calculate the distance between our business and this address, and also the quantity of products we have, and we're going to calculate the delivery. No? So we have the subtotal plus the delivery. We can calculate the service fee, and with this information, we can start our payment method. We are going to integrate a payment gateway. You can integrate many payment gateways we have available, but for this application, I'm going to add Stripe. Stripe is one of the most popular and easy to use payment gateways in the market. So I'm going to integrate with Stripe. And well, today we're going to see the beginning of the calculations to have a final total, and then we're going to start to integrating Stripe in our application. So welcome to this new tutorial. Okay, so to continue, we are here on our application. We started. We are working right now just in the user application. Later, we are going to start working on the admin and business application. But for now, the user application is okay. So, well, the next step is we need to know what is the address of the business. So we can use this address, and well, we need the latitude and longitude for the business. So we can calculate the distance between our business and also the customer. Okay, so we are here on the checkout. We have different numbers here. We have the subtotal. We can rename the controls if it's necessary. We have the delivery. We have the the service fee and the tip. And then we have the total here, and also we have another total here. So we have two totals. Yeah, it's the same number, but we're going to display this into space. Okay, now we have the address. The next is we need to display the product quantity and display the subtotal, and then we need to calculate the delivery. Okay, so we're going to open here we have only one modify control. This modify control is to change the address, okay, to display the address here on the title. But now we need to change here the subtotal, delivery, service fee, tip, and okay, and have the total. Okay, well, to change these numbers, I'm going to use the modify control. Okay, but where are these numbers? Because well, we need to know what is the subtotal, and also we are going to calculate the delivery. First, the subtotal is from the other page, because as you remember on this page, when we calculate the sum of all the quantities here, and we display this information here. But after do that here, we have the page data total because we have this information there. So when I press for checkout, I can send this information. We can send the total to the next page. How we can do that? Okay, it's similar. Go to page input data and add the total here as a variable. So we have the total here, and we can have also products quantity. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, the product quantity, because we're going to display how many products we have in our cart, and also this subtotal is from this other page. So when I press the checkout, I can send the total because I already have it here. And the products quantity, how many products I have in my cart. There are two different ways to know how many products I have. The first is just count the how many different SDKs I have. No, for example, I have two different products and I can count as two products. But I think the best way is to count how many products I have. Doesn't matter if I have different. Well, if I have more than one product for each one. No, for example, in this card I have here, I didn't have the function here to return to last screen. It's important. On press, I'm going to add the function to return to last screen and add an animation here. So when I press here, okay, now I am on my cart. As you can see in this example, I have 5 cakes and 2 ice creams. So if I want to count how many products I have in my cart, it should be 7, no? 5 plus 2. So I have a function on this page when I am here. I have a function, it's a for each. In this for each, I'm some it's the sum of the total plus each product I have, and I saving this information as total, no, the sum of all the products on this page. But I can create another variable here, product quantity. Have here this other variable. We can start this variable with 0, the same as this other. And do the same. It's, well, very similar. We can do this in the same for each. I'm going to copy this arithmetic operation and paste here. But this time, instead of sum the total, I'm going to sum the product's quantity. And instead of sum each total of each product, I'm going to sum the quantity. Okay, so I have the product's quantity plus the quantity. Okay, and I'm going to save also. I can move the functions, just drag and drop, and I'm going to save also with a set page value to save the results, to date these results, products quantity. I'm going to save the results of this second arithmetic operation. Okay, so I have this first arithmetic operation. I can rename or an alias for this function. This is the subtotal, and I'm saving the subtotal here. And this is the quantity. This doesn't change the functionality. It's just a note to identify in a better way the function. So I know that I am saving the quantity here on products quantity and the total here on the total variable. Okay, so using the same function, the same for each, I am saving now the subtotal and the quantity, no? Okay, so when I press the checkout, I can send also the product's quantity. So I am sending the product's quantity to the next page. Then in this page, well, first I can modify the total reading from the page data, the total, and to modify the total here and change the text. We are going to format later, like for the currency. Or we're going to change some things to change the currency. But for now, it's only a number. Okay. The next is also the total, but remember that we have two total controls. No, we have this control called total and this other called total, because we're displaying the total in these two. Yeah, but it's not the total, sorry, it's the subtotal, because we need to calculate also the delivery. So it's the subtotal. Okay, I'm going to change this name because it's a little confusing. So I'm going to rename this as subtotal. maybe only when I send this information to this other page, instead of send in total, I'm going to change this for subtotal. Okay, so subtotal with default 0, and from this page on checkout, I'm going to send the total I have on this page as the subtotal in this other page. Yeah, because in this page is the total is the sum of all the products, but we need to calculate here the delivery and other things. So we're going to use the subtotal here and display the subtotal here. Okay, so now we have the subtotal, and also we're going to add the product's quantity here. I have one product, but I need to change. So this control is called, I can rename this as products quantity. Yeah, here. Okay, and now I can read, well, first select here the products quantity and change the text. But we are not going to send just the quantity, because we need not only the number, we need the number and the word product. So on the entry bars, we are going to use the complex. The complex is the same as when you add this function before, but sometimes, well, it's easy to add these functions here. So I'm going to use the complex and use the concat. Concat is, well, for concat to elements. So I'm going to concat the products quantity with space and products. Okay, and in the complex is the same. Is a compute function. So I need to add always the compute callback and send the information from the concat. Okay, so the number and space products. So I have now the number of products here, and I am using this modify control to display this number here. Okay, so I have now the subtotal and the products quantity. Let's see if I go, well, I need a button to go to the cart. I'm going to use this. Well, we have an icon here, but maybe we don't have color. I'm going to change for cart icon. Okay, so here's a cart icon. And when I press this container, we're going to change the number of products I have here, well, in a moment. But for now, I only going to use this for go to the cart, compress, go to cart. I don't need to send any information here. Well, if I want, I can send the 0 and 0, but it already has the default value, so it's not necessary. Okay, so I'm going to reload this application. And now I have my cart. Go to my cart. I have these two different products. I have 7 products and $19. Go to checkout. And as you can see, I have here the 7 products. And you can see here the $90. Okay, so we're going to calculate the delivery fee. Well, the delivery will depend of where I am and where the customer is. So I'm going to create a function here. We have this process. This process allow us to create functions. So we can add multiple functions to create a complex function. So just press to add the new, and I'm going to rename as delivery fee. Okay, so what are we going to do in this function? First, we need to read the address where we are, where is our restaurant. Okay, we don't have this information right now on the database, but we can add this as a collection. We can call it as configuration. And we can save here the information about the restaurant. For example, or we can set this as 0 to get the yeah, just to set a number or an identifier. And we can have here the latitude, longitude, well, but thinking that this could be for multiple restaurants. Yeah, no, because, well, we're going to have here the configurations, but we're going to have also the restaurant. And we're going to add the restaurants later, but for now, we're going to have only one restaurant. And we have the latitude, the longitude, the name, the address, well, many options. But for now, we only need the latitude and longitude because we need this information to calculate the distance between the restaurants and the customer. So I'm going to add a new restaurant and we need some coordinates. So I'm going to go to Google Maps and just choose a random place and copy the latitude from the URL and the longitude is the same in every place on the world. And the name is Happy Restaurant. Okay. And now it's on the database, is the Happy Restaurant. But we're going to change the, oh, we can use this random ID and we're going to read this random ID here. Okay, it's okay. So we're going to get this ID is now fixed, but well, in the future we can change between restaurants, no? But for now we have only this for testing. So we are reading a single restaurant. This is the restaurant info. And we are reading this information from the database. We already have the latitude and longitude from in the user data. So after read this information, we can calculate the distance using the get distance function. The get distance function has origin latitude, origin longitude, destination latitude, and destination longitude. So we have the coordinate from the origin and the coordinate for destination. So we're going to calculate the latitude for origin from the restaurant info. We can select here the field for latitude and the longitude for origin, the same. From the restaurant information, we have the longitude. So we have, this is the origin, latitude and longitude. And the destination is from the user because remember we saved this information on the user before. So we're going to read the latitude and the longitude. And we have two different modes to calculate this distance. Can be a linear distance. No, imagine only a line between these two origin and destination, and we can calculate the route. For the routes, we need the Google Maps API key we obtain and we enable in the last tutorial. So we can use the route. Well, the route is more realistic because we are calculating with the streets we have, and so we consider many factors, and also you have the estimated time, how much time is necessary for the delivery. Okay, so after get distance, you have well, as a result, you can have an error if there is not possible route between these 2 points. So imagine that you are in China and you are calculating a route from the US. So it's not possible because there is no way to calculate the distance. So you are going to get an error. But if it was successful, so you will have the distance in kilometers, in meters also, and the estimated time. So imagine we have also on the restaurant information, like we can have the price for delivery, price for each kilometer or every mile. Well, it depends your metric system. So imagine you have the distance per kilometer. So it is only to have an arithmetic operation, and you can calculate. Like, get the distance in kilometers. Oh, I'm bringing the kilometers, and we can multiply these from the restaurant info, the price for kilometers. Okay, we have this price for kilometer. This is the name of this field we create here. I need to add a price, for example, imagine $2 or let's see, $3 per kilometer. Okay. Also, you can have, for example, price per minute, and you can consider the time to deliver and also the distance, and use both to calculate. So you have the estimated time also here as a result. So well, it's the same. You need an arithmetic operation. For now, we are only consider the kilometers and the price. And we have the delivery price. And we can have also an error callback. The callbacks are is the same as you have callbacks in the function we have here. You are creating a new function. You can add entry bars and process callbacks, but yeah, for now it's not necessary. Well, input, because we're reading this information from the database. So we don't need inputs, but we are getting this delivery price. And with this information on this page, we can calculate this distance. Okay, but one thing is important. We need to be sure that we already have an address saved on the customer, because if we don't have an address yet, it means that we can't calculate the distance. So it is going to send me an error. How can we be sure that we already have the the address, we can use the value is invalid function. The value is invalid function allow us to validate if there is a value on a variable. So we can try to read the latitude, and well, as we say the latitude and longitude on the same function, so we only need to validate the latitude. So if it's not valid, we can redirect the user. I'm going to copy this function, and if not valid, I can redirect the user to add a location. So it means that we can force the user to add a location to continue. So if there is not an address, we redirect the user to add a location. If we have an address, you can see here on the app process, we have the delivery free process. This is the function we just created, not the delivery free. So I have the error. I can send an alert with error to calculate distance. And also, when we have the delivery price, we can use the modify control, use the information we get from the delivery fee, this function we have here, and change the delivery text. Okay, to change for the delivery. So let's try it. I'm going to reload my application and go to my cart, go to checkout, yes, something happened. What is happening here? Let's see. Yeah, we don't have a price. So let's add a price per kilometer. Yeah, I added this, but I forget to save it. Okay, so now we have a price. So let's try again. My cart, checkout. Nope, I don't have my. So let's see what is happening here. Maybe there is an error on get distance. I'm going to send an alert here. No, I can call the error callback. So when something fails here, I can call this function and send the information as a result for the okay, so go to checkout. No, looks like it's not working. But okay, something we can do when something fails is we can use this debug. So to check if the function are calling and what is happening, I can enable the debug. It's important to remember to remove the debug after using it, because if it remains on the debug and you add many functions on it, when you test the application, you will feel the slow. So it's important to disable. It is only enabled for testing. Okay. So let's reload the application here. Go to cart. Go to checkout, and we can check our data. Okay. Here we are getting the price, name, latitude. Okay, we have the information we need. Get distance. We have the latitude, longitude, yeah, that's okay. But it's success, and we have you can see we have the meters, we have the kilometers, and the estimated time. Okay. So on the arithmetic operation, we have A, B, and the results. It's okay. Yeah, we're not sending the results. Yeah, we need to send it also using a process callback. And I'm going to send the delivery price is the result of this arithmetic operation. Let's disable this function here and also disable this other function. Well, not disable the function, just as default, no? So to avoid to keep debugging these functions. So let's reload and try again. Go to cart, go to checkout, and I have the price. Well, the price is very high because it's very far. But as you know, if I change, maybe I can use my current location and change a little bit and save. Now it's closed. So I have a cheaper delivery. You can have like a minimum for a minimum price. For example, if it's very close to the location, if you only have the product of the distance, sometimes the price will be very low. So on calculation the delivery fee after the arithmetic operation, we can have another value here for minimum delivery price, cost, well, say, minimum delivery price. So we're going to use this field here. And after calculate the arithmetic operation, we can use the conditional. So a conditional to compare these two data. We can compare the result of the arithmetic operation, which is the price for delivery, and compare with the restaurant information, specifically with the minimum delivery price. So if the result of the arithmetic operation is less uh, less or equal to the minimum delivery price, yeah, if it's less, I'm going to return for delivery price the minimum, okay, the minimum delivery price. So imagine, for example, I can save here the minimum delivery price could be, imagine, like $10. So if the result of this arithmetic operation is less than $10, the delivery price will be $10. But if the delivery is high, so we're going to send as a result the result for arithmetic operation. Okay, so if it's less than $10, the price will be $10. Is it high? Well, is the results. Okay, so let's try it. Well, you can see that now I have $180. This is because when I go back to this page, is loading again and have the last value, so doesn't have the default value. So it's important at the beginning we can set the page value and change the total to 0, and also change the products quantity to 0. Okay, so first when on load, I reset the products quantity and the total. So then we read the database and calculate the number with the for each, no, or sum, and that's all. So yeah, there is no problem now. We have 90, go to checkout, and you can see we have now $10 for delivery. Well, it's similar for the service fee. We can have another function for deliver for the service fee. So I'm going to add the service fee. And also I can get from the database, from the restaurants. Well, for now, I'm using this ID for the restaurants. And well, maybe the service fee is not for the restaurants. Maybe it's for the configurations. So we can have this information here, and we can have the service fee. Okay, I'm going to add a new record with the ID 0, because with the ID 0, I'm going to have all my configurations. No? So imagine that my service fee is the 10%. Okay, so 0.10. So this is my service fee. So I have a service fee for 10% of the transaction. So I can read all the configurations, or I can read specifically the service fee. So I have here the service fee. I need the subtotal. Or you can read the subtotal plus the delivery, or you can charge only for the from the subtotal. But imagine that it's only from the subtotal. So it's only an arithmetic operation. You can multiply the subtotal and the service fee. And now you have the service fee here. And send in the callback the result of this arithmetic operation. So the same, when this page loads, I'm going to add this service fee. I need to send the subtotal. I can send the subtotal to the function. So the subtotal is a variable on this page. I am sending this variable to the app process. And now I have the service fee here. So I'm going to use the modify control with the result of the function, and modify the service fee. Okay, let's see the application code. You can see now it's calculating correctly, $90 in total. Go to checkout. And now I have the subtotal $90, delivery $10, service fee $9, and the tip I can have here the tip options, and we can calculate this according to the tip we have. But yeah, maybe it can take a little more. So we can continue tomorrow with the tip, to calculate the tip based on the quantity we have as a percentage. So we can suggest many quantities as a tip and then calculate the total. Okay, this to finish the total calculation on our checkout, and then start adding a new cart. Okay, that's all for now. So thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow so we can continue with this application. Well, the same, invite you to join us to the community.apphive.io. You can find many information here. You can ask us anything, any doubt you have. You can ask us here on the community.apphive.io. We also have here the chat on the page, so you can send us a message, and our support team can help you with the application you are creating. So thank you for watch, and see you tomorrow to continue creating this application for delivery. Bye.